Hello everyone. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then subscribe to this channel. The life and tradition of Harriet Tubman, conceived Araminta Ross around 1822 in Dorchester region, Maryland, is quite possibly of the most respected figure in American history. Known for her exceptional boldness and assurance, Tubman got away from subjugation and turned into a Maine abolitionist, guide of the Underground Railroad, and supporter for Ladies' Testimonial. Her all-consuming purpose in battling for opportunity and correspondence made a permanent imprint on the U.S. and keeps on rousing ages. Early life: Harriet Tubman was naturally introduced to bondage on a manor in Maryland, the fifth of 9 youngsters. Her folks, Harriet Green and Ben Ross, were likewise subjugated. Tubman's initial life was set apart by the ruthless real factors of servitude, including actual savagery, tiring work, and the consistent danger of being isolated from her loved ones. Notwithstanding these brutal circumstances, Tubman's mom imparted in her a solid feeling of confidence and strength. One of the vital crossroads of Tubman's initial life happened when she was struck in the head by a weighty metal weight, which a manager tossed at another slave. This injury brought about long-lasting medical problems, including extreme cerebral pains and narcolepsy. However, Tubman accepted it, likewise reinforced her profound purpose and gave her prophetic dreams. Break to opportunity. In 1849, Tubman went with the gutsy choice to escape from subjection. She abandoned her family and escaped to Philadelphia, going around evening time and utilizing the North Star to direct her. Tubman's excursion to opportunity was risky, yet she effectively arrived at the Free States and started another life. Nonetheless, opportunity alone was insufficient for her, still up in the air to help other people accomplish something very similar. Not long after her departure, Tubman became engaged with the Underground Railroad, a mystery organization of safe houses and abolitionists, devoted to assisting subjugated individuals with disappearing to free states and Canada. Over the course of the following 10 years, Tubman made an expected 13 missions back toward the South, putting her life in danger to direct in excess of 70 oppressed individuals to opportunity, including individuals from her own loved ones. Her endeavors procured her the moniker Moses for driving her kin to freedom. Work with the Underground Railroad. Tubman's work with the Underground Railroad was set apart by staggering fortitude and clever. She fostered a scope of procedures to dodge catch, including heading out during winter to keep away from discovery and utilizing different masks. Tubman's personal information on the landscape and her utilization of coded tunes and signals guaranteed the well-being of those she directed. Her prosperity was expected to some extent to her capacity to rouse trust and certainty. Tubman was known for areas of strength for her and steady confidence, frequently depending on her strict convictions to invigorate her. She conveyed a pistol for insurance and utilized it to keep everything under control among the escapees, at times compromising the people who needed to turn around to keep them from imperiling the gathering. The outlaw slave demonstration of 1850, which ordered that got away from slaves be gotten back to their proprietors regardless of whether they arrived at free states, made Tubman's missions considerably more perilous. Accordingly, she started directing escapees further north to Canada, where servitude was cancelled. In spite of the expanded dangers, Tubman never lost a traveler on the Underground Railroad. Nationwide, at the point when the nationwide conflict broke out in 1861, Harriet Tubman saw a valuable chance to additional the reason for opportunity. She worked for the Association Armed Force as a cook, medical caretaker, scout, and spy. Tubman's information on the South and her abilities as an aide demonstrated significant to Association powers. In 1863, she turned into the primary lady to lead a furnished endeavor in the conflict, directing the Combahee Stream attack, which brought about the freedom of in excess of 700 subjugated individuals in South Carolina. Tubman's commitments to the Association war exertion reached out past her immediate contribution in military tasks. She likewise offered basic help to officers, really focused on injured troops, and supported for better circumstances for African American fighters. Her eager work gained her the appreciation and reverence of military pioneers and individual abolitionists. Post-war activism. After the nationwide conflict, Tubman kept on battling for equity and balance. She got comfortable Coppery, New York, where she bought a home with the assistance of companions and allies. Tubman devoted herself to different causes, including the ladies' testimonial development. She worked close by unmistakable suffragists like Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton, pushing for the option to decide in favor of ladies and African Americans. In spite of her huge commitments, Tubman confronted monetary challenges in her later years. She got little remuneration for her wartime administration and attempted to get an administration benefits. Notwithstanding, her strength and assurance won't ever falter. In 1896, she laid out the Harriet Tubman home for the matured, giving consideration to older African Americans who had no method for help. Tubman's inheritance reached out to her family and local area. She embraced a girl, Gertie, and stayed a gay advocate for schooling and social change. Tubman's home in Riddishbrown turned into a center point of action and an image of her persevering through obligation to equity and correspondence. Inheritance and acknowledgement. Harriet Tubman died on Walk 10, 1913, at 91 years old. Her demise denoted the finish of a noteworthy life devoted to the quest for opportunity and basic liberties. Tubman's inheritance has been respected in various ways, from verifiable markers and galleries to schools and public structures bearing her name. As of late, there has been a restored work to perceive Tubman's commitments to American history. In 2016, the U.S. Depository declared plans to include Harriet Tubman on the $20 greenback, an emblematic affirmation of her effect and significance. While the update has confronted delays, the choice mirrors a more extensive enthusiasm for Tubman's inheritance. Tubman's life and work keep on rousing new ages of activists, instructors, and pioneers. Her story is a demonstration of the force of boldness, assurance, and the steady quest for equity. As a guide of the Underground Railroad, a nationwide conflict legend, and a hero of ladies' privileges, Harriet Tubman's commitments to the battle for opportunity and correspondence stay unrivaled. Harriet Tubman's life is a strong story of versatility and rebellion even with persecution. Her phenomenal endeavors in freeing subjugated individuals, her administration during the nationwide conflict, and her promotion for civil rights have solidified her place as a famous figure in American history. Tubman's faithful obligation to the standards of opportunity and correspondence fills in as a persevering through encouraging sign and motivation, helping us to remember the significant effect one individual can have on the course of history. Thank you for watching.